So today we are going to start the new chapter, dual nature of radiation and matter. The first question that come in is what is work function? So when I talk about work function, तो इसको start करने से पहले let us study something about atom. Now in atom there is a central part which we call it as a nucleus. Outside the nucleus, electrons are revolving in the fixed orbit. So here the electrons are revolving and these electrons are revolving in fixed orbit and possess the minimum energy, that is called energy level. The energy possessed by the electron in its definite orbit, it's called energy state. अभी मेरे को क्या करना है? I want to remove this electron. I want to remove this electron. But this electron is attracted by the positive part of the nucleus. इसको इसने पकड़ रखा है विद द एनर्जी ऑफ 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट। मैं इसको बाहर निकालना चाहता हूँ तो मेरे को एनर्जी देनी पड़ेगी विच इज़ मोर देन दैट ऑफ 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट। दिस मिनिमम अमाउंट ऑफ एनर्जी विच आई गिव to the electron to just escape from the metal surface, that is called work function. So work function is nothing but the minimum amount of energy, required by an electron, काय के लिए? to just escape from metal surface, that minimum amount of energy which I give, that is called work function. So what the different factors are? Now sometime question कि सर कितना वर्क फंक्शन चाहिए, that would depend upon the attraction of this. अगर मैं बोलूँ इस इलेक्ट्रॉन की एनर्जी 6 है, ये जो इलेक्ट्रॉन है इसकी 5 इलेक्ट्रॉन वोल्ट है, तो नेचुरली अगर इसको निकालना है तो मेरा वर्क फंक्शन जो एनर्जी है वो भी ज़्यादा होगी क्योंकि इसकी अट्रैक्शन इससे ज़्यादा, इसको निकालना तो एनर्जी कम हो जाएगी. So it means my work function that I will represent with phi naught depends upon number one. It depend upon what? It depend upon the nature of metal. Let us suppose you have a metal, alkali metal, which are loose in which the electron are loosely bound to the nucleus. तो थोड़ी सी एनर्जी दी, इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर, सो वर्क फंक्शन की वैल्यू उनके लिए कम होगी क्योंकि इलेक्ट्रॉन इज नॉट टाइटली बाउंड टू द न्यूक्लियस. इफ इलेक्ट्रॉन इज टाइटली बाउंड टू द न्यूक्लियस, it means more energy I will provide to remove the electron. So this is basic thing. Second depend upon the condition of its surface. So these are the values which are basically depend, but one thing is clear, the work function is the minimum amount of energy which I give to the electron so that it just escape from the metal surface. बाहर निकालना है तो जितनी minimum हम energy देते हैं, that was my first topic, that is called work function. You know that you did in electrostat, potential is work by charge. From this, work will be equal to charge into potential. So charge is the electron, potential V, this is the unit of work function, and it is electron volt. That is electron volt. Let us suppose you want to find the electron volt. So electron volt you want to define, it is the kinetic energy gained by an electron when it is accelerated through a potential of 1 volt. If you want to define 1 electron volt is the kinetic energy gained by an electron when it is accelerated through a potential difference of 1 volt. And if you want to write 1 electron volt in terms of joule, it will be 1.610 is to minus 19 joule. So it is basically electron volt, basically electron volt. Unit of energy is basically joule. But when you talk about the unit of energy in atomic and nuclear physics, then the unit of energy is not joule, we write in terms of electron volt. We write that. So once again, that work function is the minimum amount of energy depending upon the metal surface or metal properties. The work function will be different. But one thing you please note down that the max minimum value of the this note is for you, that the minimum value of the work function for cesium, it is approximate to 1.1 electron, and its maximum for platinum, and it's 5.65 electron volt. It means it is easy to remove the electron from cesium than that of platinum. Sometimes question come in board exam that this cesium is give the electron with ultraviolet radiation but is not able to give from platinum. Justify यार जिससे इलेक्ट्रॉन बाहर नहीं आ रहा उसकी उसके लिए वर्क फंक्शन की एनर्जी वैल्यू ज़्यादा चाहिए होगी, जो आप एनर्जी प्रोवाइड कर रहे हो वो कम होगी. So this is next. Next, the question that I want to discuss: what are the different methods for emission, or we can write for electron emission? Different methods for electron emission.